but be sure that the second parameter is all capital, and we'll verify it again. Really, that's all we need in setup. That's all we need to do is set up pin 8 as an output. Now, we need to get that LED to blink. And we want it to blink over and over again, so obviously we want to put the rest of the code in the loop function here, because it's just going to repeat over and over. And to make it blink, we have to turn it on and then off. So to turn it on means I'm going to apply 5 volts to the LED, also known as a high or logic level high. And a lot of people get wrapped up in logic levels, and some instructors even have complete lessons on logic levels. Honestly, it's not that hard to understand. High is about 5 volts. Low is about 0 volts or close to it. That's really all there is to know. And I'm going to put a nice little picture here of a digital signal so you can see, graphically what high and low looks like. But it just doesn't need a whole lesson to explain digital logic levels, which are high or low. So to write a high, I'm going to go with digital write. And notice here how I use the same camel case with the lowercase d, uppercase W. And we're writing to, of course, pin 8. And to write a high, we're just going to type in the word high. And again, I had to type in all caps, and it changed colors to let me know I'm doing things right. And then we want to turn it off. So now we're going to write a low. Pin 8 again, and low in all uppercase. So let's go ahead and just verify this just to make sure so far that we haven't made any mistakes before we test it out. Okay, looks good. Let's go ahead and upload this and see what happens. Okay, here we are, and we can see that it's not blinking. Something must be wrong. So what do we do wrong? I mean, it looks like it would work. Let's go back to the code and check it out. Okay, so here we are at the code, and it looks here. Let's go through it. Okay, we set pin mode. We set pin 8 rather as an output with the pin mode function. Okay, that checks out. Then we step into the loop, and now we're writing a high and then a low, on, off, 5 volts, 0 volts. So why the heck isn't this thing blinking? And the reason is that it's just happening really, really fast. Now, the Arduino's crystal is a 16 megahertz crystal. It clocks the chip at 16 megahertz. That's 16 million. And each instruction, some instructions are going to take more than one clock cycle, guys. So know that. But for all intent, let's just say that each instruction takes a clock cycle. So we're looking at this thing blinking probably several million times in a second. I don't know the exact number, but it's blinking really, really fast because it's running through this loop really, really fast. And that's why we can't see it. Because of our persistence of vision, your eyes can't perceive something that happens so quick. And honestly, I'm not even sure the LED can respond that fast either. So we have to do something to slow this down so we can see the thing blink. And that's where the delay function comes in. Now, this is just one word, so it's going to be all lowercase. And delay takes one parameter, milliseconds. I'm going to type in 1,000 because 1,000 milliseconds is 1 second. And now we're going to have a 1 second delay. And let's see what happens when we run this code. Okay, it's still not blinking. What the heck is going on? Well, let's go back to the code and look again. Okay, here we are, and let's just we know this is correct. Nothing wrong here. Let's step through this one at a time. So first we put 5 volts to pin 8. Then we come in here and we keep it high for 1 second. Then it goes low. Here's the problem. It goes low, but it goes low for such a short amount of time that we can't see it. Again, the same trap got us again. So let's fix that. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to paste it here. Now let's see what happens. And look at that. The LED is finally blinking, and it's blinking slow enough so we can actually perceive it, and the LED actually has time to react. So guys, to recap, we learned about some basic electronic components and some of their properties, the LED and the resistor. And we learned about 3 functions: pin mode, digital write, and delay, which you're going to be seeing a lot. Now, in the future, we'll have other ways, how do I say this? Other ways to insert delays other than using the delay function. There's better ways to do that. But for simple programs like this that just have one purpose, a delay is usually what you're going to be using for now. We also learn about camel case and the correct way to type functions, and then the correct way to type the parameters of a function. So that's it for this lesson, guys. I'll see you in the next lesson.